New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Live from a secure concrete bunker somewhere in Ohio, New Thought Media Network presents Pastor Michael Mangus with Friday's Fireside Chat, spiritual conversation for today. Here he is from the secret radio room, surrounded by thousands of watts, Pastor Michael Mangus.
Well, good evening to everyone across the United States and also around the world. It is time once again for another fun-filled, throw-packed, and yes, guaranteed exciting edition of the Friday evening Fireside Chat here on your New Thought Media Network. I am the Reverend Michael Mangus, and I am broadcasting this evening from the top secret radio room inside the extra secure concrete bunker somewhere around Akron, Ohio, that is so top secret. Only one person knows where it's at, and that is Diego Reyes, who's in Oregon now. Everyone else, especially that Reverend Dr. Robert Brzezinski, he has no clue where the top secret bunker is located. And we're going to keep it that way because there's some times that I don't want him to find me, especially when he wants to yell at me about the Friday evening Fireside Chat because of something that Reverend Jeff said. Well, it's good to see everyone this evening. Happy New Year. Happy New You. We do have a wonderful show planned for you this evening. Please feel free to interact with us on YouTube and also on the Facebook comments. And for all the people out there, all the shy people out there who tell me, I want your show, but there is no way that I'm going to comment. I get that. All you need to do is write me an email during the week, pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com, pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com. And also, if there's a news story during the week that you would like us to feature, please go ahead and, again, pastormichaelmangus@gmail.com. So the purpose of our get-together weekly is to talk about contemporary issues from a new thought / spiritual perspective. And as I keep saying week after week, I want us all to have a new thought about what is going on in the world. Yes, I know that sometimes that the news is very depressing. Yes, I know that sometimes you shake your head and you wonder, what in the HE double toothpicks are they doing in Washington and in other capitals around the world? I get that. However, that does not mean that we, being divine beings of spirit, that does not mean that we hide our heads in the sand and pay attention and don't give it any attention. But what it requires, I think, of us here is to be the light, to come forth with our power, to be informed, and also to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There really is. So this evening, once again, all the way from the great state of confusion, known as the state of Tennessee, formerly from the great state of West Virginia, it is Reverend Jeff Radcliff.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Hey. I love how you try to pawn off Rev Doc's temper tantrums and blame them on me. You don't want him to know where you are because he's going to yell at you for something I said. You know how he yells at you instead of at me?
Yeah.
For something I say?
Yeah, he does.
I yell back.
Oh, you would?
Oh, you know me. I yell back. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's not going to face off with me. Oh, God, I hope he's not watching tonight.
We already have comments already.
We do.
Oh,
Wayne's
okay.
back in the house. Wayne, where the hell you been, man?
Well, Wayne, we had a little challenge with the his immigration status since he's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We had to pay a tariff on Wayne, and I think we have that worked out now.
Oh, okay. It's nice to see you, Wayne.
Worth every penny. What now?
He's worth every penny.
He is. We're glad to have him back. Okay.
Yeah. So, all righty then.
So once again, we are not here for the Friday evening fireside chat. Oh no, we are here because the millions and the billions out there want to hear Reverend Jeff's story of week. Now, legal is off this week.
Oh.
And they're off until next week. So Rev Doc read over your story.
Uh-huh.
And he said, it's okay. And
okay.
He spun the wheel of F's.
I hope it's not one of those barren fields, where,
Well, no, it's like one of those, Wheel of Fortune or.
Yeah. I get that.
Price is Right. So they spin the wheel.
Yeah, I know, but you're missing the point. You know the meme where the guy says, "Behold, the field of fucks," and you'll see that it's barren. I don't want a barren field. I hope he's planted something.
He's given you 10 this week, but minus the one that you just used, it's 9 now.
Oh, okay, okay. It's all right. I had a first today, earlier today on Divine Science Everywhere when I dropped the S word. I know, right? And they didn't even bat an eye. We're divine scientists,
Didn't Bishop Darrell Watkins take you aside and said, "Now, Reverend, we don't use that kind of language"?
He knows that that's tame for me. But we were in the throes of this conversation about the new year and the metaphysics of it and the symbology of the new year, and I just kind of got wound up a little bit, and it just kind of popped out.
Well, we really want to wish everyone again a happy and prosperous 2026. Now, yours truly spent his evening being calm and collected and centered. As my car was giving me trouble going over to Pennsylvania, and there was snow and ice on the road.
That's what you get for going to Pennsylvania in the middle of the wintertime.
I thought that the night would be okay because, again, the long-range weather forecast said that there wasn't going to be any of that. Well,
you listen to the weatherman? You believe?
I know. Well,
oh, that's so funny. Dumbass. You shouldn't do that. You should not do that. No, they can't be trusted. This weather guys, they can't be trusted.
So I performed the ceremony. I got there on time because I have a no bride disappointed policy. I always get, I say yes, I will be there, come heck or high water. Yeah. And so I performed the ceremony and I said, you know what? I am not going back to Ohio during amateur hour while they're drinking and driving on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I got a hotel room and got a really nice breakfast. I'm telling you, it was very good. So, but again, now there are rumors that I received over the interwebs this week that you and Lily, the Wonder Dog, had a huge party at the Radcliff compound. Is that true or not?
It's kind of sort of half true.
Okay. And that you had to call the liquor store for more adult beverages.
They brought a U-Haul.
They did.
It was good. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking about this earlier because I'm from West Virginia originally, and my people are Scots-Irish.
Right. Okay?
But my mother, God rest her soul, was firmly in the let's do New Year's in the German tradition.
Okay.
Which the German tradition is pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day.
Right.
Sauerkraut. Okay. I come to Tennessee and they don't do sauerkraut down here. It's pork and they do collard greens. Now they also do black-eyed peas. Now I don't remember if black-eyed peas ever showed up on the plate when I was a kid back home or not, but they do down here. So I thought to myself, and I knew I was talking to myself because I was wearing my own underwear, and it was my voice I was hearing. And I said,
go ahead.
And I said, Self, how can we do this a little differently? Because they also do cornbread down here. That
right.
I don't remember ever doing up back in West Virginia for New Year's. That just wasn't, cornbread's not German. So,
right.
But so I thought we can do this Asian style, because what is collard greens or cabbage, for coleslaw? It's all a leafy green, right?
Right.
So I decided to make an Asian style New Year's dinner featuring kimchi, which is it's fermented cabbage. It's Korean. It's Korean sauerkraut, basically.
Okay.
And I found a really cool recipe incorporating. Now, not every Asian cuisine uses black-eyed peas or tomatoes. China does. India does. There's a handful of other ones. But I've found a really cool spin on a black-eyed pea and corn salad that I kind of jazzed up a little bit with some diced tomatoes.
Right.
It turned out really well. So yeah. Well,
that's you have those kind of customs so that here in the Midwest, the flyover states.
Yeah.
We eat pork and sauerkraut because of it being a German tradition for good luck.
Right.
So that's the reason why we had some tonight, courtesy of Diana Mangus.
Yep.
It was very good.
Leftovers. Yep. You know why they use pork, right?
Go ahead.
Because the pig forages. He when he's foraging for food, he moves forward. So It's moving forward, making progress in the new year.
Okay.
The greens, the sauerkraut, whatever, what have you. It's symbolic of money. Dollar bills, things of that nature. The cornbread or the corn, as I found out, is symbolic of gold nuggets. Gold. It's all a prosperity thing. The black-eyed peas also symbolize coins. So yeah.
Well, we want to wish everyone again a happy and prosperous 2026, and our theme for this year is to focus on the positive. Focus on the positive.
To the best of our ability. Yes.
Yes. And so this is your simple and safe resolutions for 2026. Find a way to love your neighbor as yourself, especially those individuals who have behaviors that absolutely disgust you. So that's number one.
Okay.
Find a way to do as Christ said, and that is to love one another.
And if you really want to challenge yourself, don't look at your neighbor for this. Look toward the politicians.
I'm including the politicians in that.
Okay.
And the other one here is to pick out 5 limiting beliefs, let them go, and then start each day by saying the positive opposite for 20 times for the next 30 days. So the positive opposite is the spiritual truth about the false belief. So, example, if you have a fear of financial lack, let that go, breathe it in, breathe it out, and then say the spiritual truth about it, which is that God or the universe is my immediate and instant source of my supply, and I am always prospered. So try that. Practical metaphysics for 2026. How about that?
Yeah. That works.
You don't seem very impressed.
I would go for a shorter affirmation. I'm not one for these big long ones. You know how Catherine Ponder would make some really beautiful affirmations, but they went on and on for like pages. I'm like, I'm like, I got the bucks. God sending me the bucks.
God's sending me the bucks.
There you go. I got the bucks.
I got the bucks.
I got the bucks.
Is that like we've got the power?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well,
same difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. Make sure your seatbelt is on.
Are you fastened in?
I think she looks fastened because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the news. And now from the Spiritual Information Network, or SIN.
I love that.
Here are the headlines with Reverend Reporter reporting.
You ain't right, boy.
They told me that one of the that's the reason why they licensed me in Centers for Spiritual Living. Because they say you must be crazy to be in ministry. Well, we start off our news this evening kind of on a sad note. The deadly Swiss resort fire was likely caused by champagne sparklers. Sparklers in champagne bottles likely caused the fast-burning fire that killed dozens of people at a Swiss ski resort bar, officials say. Dozens of others are still in the hospital or are unaccounted for. New videos show the ceiling at Le Constellation Bar catching on fire during the New Year's Eve party. Now, here's what happened. At least 40 people, unfortunately, were killed and 119 were injured during the fire. And around 50 patients have been or will be transferred to hospitals in other European countries. People are still missing, including several people, including foreigners, remain unaccounted for, including 8 French nationals. Now, what happened is this. The fire was likely caused by sparklers in champagne bottles that came too close to the ceiling. A chief prosecutor said, and she also said that one image from inside the bar shows at least 6 bottles with lit sparklers raised in the air as fire and smoke breaks. So the officials again are looking into whether or not the initial fire developed into a flashover in which everything in a room ignites almost simultaneously due to the intense heat. New videos show terror and chaos as the fire inside happened in the bar. And as the bar erupted into flames, a man raced in to help victims escape. A man who was living near the bar in Switzerland ran to assist people fleeing from the burning building. In a video shared by French media outlet 20 Minutes, Paulo Campolo recalled receiving a call from the fiance of his partner's daughter, who was at the bar. We went there immediately. I went straight to the scene and started pulling people out through the main entrance, Campolo said from his hospital bed. The flames had died out, he said, but people were still struggling to escape from crowded buildings. All right, some lessons here.
Man.
Number one, don't use anything flammable indoors, especially around acoustic ceilings. All it takes is one spark. And as I was telling Reverend Jeff before the broadcast, we had a burning bowl burning, where we go ahead and we put on a piece of paper what we want to get rid of. Well, we had people put it onto real paper. And what happened was the flame was 6 inches from the ceiling. So from then on, I said, no more. So I use either flash paper or there's a disappearing paper that you can use. But so you have to be real careful about using fire, flames, sparklers, anything like that inside. Lesson number 2, never use indoor pyrotechnics without trained personnel there lighting it off. My guess is this. One of the staff thought, hey, you know what? This would be a cool effect to usher in the new year, is to put sparklers inside the champagne bottles. Your comments, Reverend Jeff.
Well, first of all, Switzerland has 3 official languages.
Okay.
And German and Italian. And apparently somebody mistook sparklers for those little drippy candles in the Chianti bottles. No, not a, it sounds like it would have been a fun look, but not a smart one at all. What the hell is that doing up there?
Oh, it's coming. Go ahead.
Oh, scare me. Now, I heard this on NPR this morning, and I don't know that they've looked into it yet. They said that this particular bar is on 2 levels at the hotel that it's in.
Okay.
It's on the ground floor, and it's got an underground, a basement level. And so I'm kind of wondering if maybe this didn't start in the basement and kind of trapped people down there, which is why they had so many. I don't know yet. We haven't heard. That's
well,
just
again,
speculation on my part, but it kind of sort of makes sense.
Well, and that it's a lesson for all of us to be very careful.
Yeah.
Using any type of fireworks inside.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't do it. Unless
not,
you believe me, when they do it during, for example, concerts and wrestling shows, they have a lot of liability insurance to do that. So it's cool. It's a great effect, but it also can be deadly. So let professionals do that. But you want to,
and didn't they have I can't remember the name of the band that was performing a few years ago that had pyrotechnics inside. Yes. And caught fire and people died.
Right.
So not, yeah. I don't know that there is any, you said don't let anybody do it who's not a professional. I cannot imagine any professional saying, oh, you know what, doing it inside is a smart idea. No, it's really not when it comes to
doing it inside, they do it in, for example, like if you ever watch
flash pots
WWE,
of that nature, but like sparkler type candles, something with a prolonged flame, they don't necessarily always do that. So no.
Well, so now I'm going to scare you here.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm never going to be.
Boy, there was a who's who at Trump's New Year's Eve bash. Barron, Melania, and all kinds of people there, including former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and also his wife Sarah. And Barron was also there.
You mentioned.
What now?
You mentioned him.
Yes, I did. And Trump's oldest son, Donald Trump Jr., who's turning 48 on New Year's Eve. And Eric was also at the event, including the My Pillow guy. Remember him? Mike Lindell, U.S. Attorney General Jeannie Pirro, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and all kinds of other great people.
And we care about this why?
Event. What?
And we care about this why?
Because during this festive occasion, they had a Christian worship artist who draws prophetically during mostly worship services. And so this woman, her name is Vanessa Bueno. She speed painted a portrait of Jesus, shown there, which sold for $2.5 million. Now, Trump said that the proceeds would go to a charity and also to the local sheriff's department.
Yeah, right.
Now, Reverend Jeff, I mean, you know, you are the staff prophet here at the New Thought Media Network. You being, again, ordained a Pentecostal pastor and, you know, being fully vested with the gifts of the Spirit. So what kind of prophecy do you have for 2026? Share with us a word.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with yellow Jesus that they showed there. I mean, I've heard of white Jesus, but this one, you know, he looks kind of jaundiced. So she's a prophetic painter. What is she prophesying? That's my question.
Well, I was wondering, Jeff, as I was looking at yellow Jesus, I was wondering, maybe you could translate that look of what Jesus would say to this A-list crowd.
Depart from me, ye wicked, I never knew ye. That's strictly out of that's
strictly out of the Bible.
Yes, it is. Get over here on the left side, folks, where all the rest of the goats are, because you're not part of the sheep. Until but
remember, love your neighbor in 2026.
Yeah, well,
and also call out all the craziness that's going on. Well, one of the crazy things that is currently going on is what is happening up in Minnesota. Get that up on stage. There you go. Key figures in long-running controversy over alleged fraudulent safety net programs in Minnesota. The Trump administration, for the second time in recent weeks, is using allegations of fraud to justify increased federal law enforcement action in Minnesota, the state with the largest population of Somalis in the country. The latest surge in the federal resources from FBI to Department of Homeland Security followed the release of a widely criticized video in which the 23-year-old YouTube content creator Nick Shirley alleged, with little evidence, to have uncovered widespread fraud at the Somali-run child care centers. So what is going on here is that the Somali population up there is getting blamed for the millions of dollars that were spent fraudulently, maybe, or again, alleged. We don't know yet. But it was being investigated by Governor Waltz and also the other officials up in Minnesota. So it was already being investigated. And so now, because again, Nick Shirley goes on and he says, oh, well, I've gone through the halls and I've trolled these people and they had me thrown out, that I have found evidence that there has been a misappropriation of money. And so, of course, the Trump administration who listens to right-wing influencers like Nick Shirley, go ahead and say, well, again, it's all the governor's fault for not watching over the funds. Your comment, Reverend Jeff.
What's to say? They've had a target on Tim Walz for a long time anyway. And so if they can find a way to blame him, dump him, drop him, get him out of office, whatever, they're going to do it. And I think that they're using the Somali population of Minnesota as scapegoats. Remember, in Ohio, we were talking about the Haitians eating cats and dogs, right?
Which was proven
false. And I'm thinking that when the rubber hits the road, the Somali community in Minnesota is going to be found guilt-free. I will tell you this, and a lot of people don't know this, but Tennessee, Nashville has the largest Kurdish population outside of Turkey and Iran.
Okay.
And most Kurds are Muslim.
All right.
I will bet you dollars to donuts, not a word is going to be said to them because they live in Scarlet Red, Tennessee, which is predominantly Trump land. So he's going after Minnesota because Minnesota is a blue state, basically. Some places are a little more red than others, but for the most part, they've got a Democratic governor. They've got a Democratic legislature. They're going after them simply because, they're not blood red MAGA followers.
And they aren't born here in the USA.
Well, yeah, but like I said, they could come after the Kurds here too, but they're not going to because they're in Tennessee. It's all politics. Right. He's playing politics.
Right.
That's all he's doing. And we need to counteract that with knowing that, number one, that the Kurds, the Somalis, the Haitians, all the other immigrants groups in this country are not the bad guys. Statistically,
absolutely not. No, this is a whole scale. Again, getting rid of individuals again who really do want to be citizens here in the United States. There has been constant instances of ICE agents right outside of courtrooms where people are having immigration hearings. And then again, everything is fine. And then they go ahead and they snatch them up, take them away.
It was in the news the other day. Well, a few weeks ago, you remember the show Northern Exposure?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Remember the character of Marilyn Whirlwind? Elaine Miles is the actress who played her. She is an indigenous. She is an American Indian. I think she's
yes,
Canadian as well as American Indian in her. and ICE tried to pick her up and tried to deport her, a woman who was born in this country. Just last week, there was another woman, I can't remember what her name is, of Hispanic origin. I think she was Mexican, but she was born here, I believe in New Jersey. She was born here. Her parents have been here for like years and years and years. Her grandparents were the ones who immigrated here. So the parents were born here. She was born here, and ICE tried to pick her up. And they said, and she produced her birth certificate and everything, and they told her that she was lying, that this was a fake. All on the basis of her skin color and the way her name is pronounced.
So that means this here, we still live in America. We still have freedom of speech. We still can speak up and speak out about these tragedies that are happening. And that I really do believe in, again, and it's showing up in small ways now in the elections. For example, last week in, I think it was Iowa, someone was voted in as a Democrat into the Iowa State Assembly. So it's happening here. And I just want to say this too. The reason that I am a Democrat is because, again, that the Democratic Party lines up to my views and values. And so that's the reason. And it's not a perfect party.
No.
But it's the party that reflects my views and values, which are based upon Judeo-Christian values. So that's what I'm saying here is this to everyone. The reason we're bringing all of this up is because you have the power to change things, again, by protesting, by calling your representatives, your congresspeople, by constantly putting pressure on these individuals who, again, are just using Gestapo-like tactics in America. This is America. This is not, again, Nazi Germany. So that's why Jeff and I are encouraging you again to not only do your prayers, which is very important, not only keeping up your spiritual practice, which is also very important, but also taking action.
Absolutely.
And guess what? We're at break.
Oh, no, we can't be. Not yet.
Yeah, we have to take a quick break, and then we will be back, ladies and gentlemen, with the award-winning and ever popular Reverend Jeff's story of the week. And if I say anything about it, you will chew me out after the show.
Of course.
Giving it away.
Yeah. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Don't give it away. All right. Well, I'm not going to. All right. So what is going on in my world is that this Sunday I'm at Summit CSL. So for more information, go to summitcsl.org. We do have a wonderful service at 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time. Grab your cup of coffee, your tea, your espresso, whatever floats your boat, and please join us. It's going to be a great service. Yours truly will be speaking this Sunday on the thing itself. We are going through the first 4 sections of the introduction to the Science of Mind text. So join us this Sunday for a review of spiritual principles, summitcsl.org. Okay, we're going to take a brief break, and then we'll be right back with a more exciting Fireside Chat here on your New Thoughts Media Network.
What would Louise say? Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hosted by Reverend Martine Bernard. Explore the wisdom of Louise Hay. Brought to you by New Thought Media Network. Dive into Louise's teachings. Experience healing and empowerment. Reverend Martine shares insights. Connect with a contemporary audience. Unlock your potential. Transform your life with love. Embrace positivity and healing. Join our vibrant community. Ready to join us? Let's spread love and wisdom together. Please like, share, and subscribe. Only on New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring.
The views and opinions expressed by Pastor Michael Mangus are generally right. However, they are his own and do not reflect the views and opinions of New Thought Media Network, Centers for Spiritual Living, or any other person living or dead. As they say in the 12-Step Recovery Program, take what you like and leave the rest. Here again is Pastor Michael.
But everything that I say is always right. Now that I'm a reverend, doesn't that mean that my word is infallible?
Oh, Lord, he thinks he's the Pope. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is time for that award-winning portion of our program, which is Reverend Jeff's Story of the Week. And now, here he is, Reverend Jeff Radcliff.
Oh, well, we just had Christmas. It was, just last week, a few days ago. A lot of people celebrate up until the Feast of Epiphany, which is coming up on Tuesday. And a lot of people leave their Christmas trees up, the decorations up until January 6th. I was always one, it's like, we're over, it's done. Let's, take the tree down before that, even before the new year. But it's okay. You still got your tree up. That's fine. If you don't have your tree up, that's fine too. Now, here's the thing. For those of you people who still have your tree up and it's a real tree, you didn't go in for one of the fake ones, I got an idea for you. A lot of us, most of us, would haul that tree out to the curb for sanitation department to pick up. Some trees are lucky trees, and they make it into the paws of animals living in zoos. Doesn't that sound cool? Like Cape May County's Park and Zoo in Middle Township, New Jersey, has, since 1978, they have asked people to donate their undecorated Christmas trees. And anybody that, the Christmas tree sellers that had any unsold trees, they ask them to give them to the zoo because they use them for the animals. They've got 550 animals in the zoo. It's like 250 species represented. And they use these trees in a variety of ways. Fir trees, spruce trees, pine trees, they give the animals enrichment and they give them shelter from the cold winter air because it's New Jersey. It's nippy up there. Trust me, I went to basic training, Army basic training in New Jersey, and come December, January, it's freaking cold up there. So what they do is they block the doors to the animals' enclosures with freezer flaps to keep the cold air out. But sometimes the animals like to be out, but they need some protection from the elements and whatnot. So they stack up the trees, kind of almost like a fur teepee or something like that, and just give them a little place to duck into and hide in. The wallabies love it. The kangaroos love it. The lions, though, the lions use them not for shelter, but for the enrichment. And enrichment, as I found out, is where you give the animal some sort of stimulation so that they're not bored, because bored animals tend to act out in some pretty not good ways. So they give to the lions for enrichment. The lions love them because they like to drag them around. They pee on them. They're marking their territory just like they would if they were in the wild. So the lions love them. I believe we showed a capybara earlier. They love them just to hide out in. So there's a wallaby. Yeah, there's our capybara from South America, because it's not generally too cold where they come from, but they use them for shelter to keep from the wind. And this is not just exclusive to the zoo in New Jersey, because zoos all over the country do the same thing. It's also pretty cool because if you don't have a zoo around, but you're near the ocean, you can donate it to a company that will take them out and sink them into the ocean. And I've heard them do that in big lakes in the States as well, to provide cover for fish who are spawning and whatnot, hiding out from predators and whatnot. So there are a lot of different ways that you can recycle that Christmas tree without sending it to the landfill.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that is Reverend Jeff's story of the week.
So
all right.
Yeah.
So we have a couple more stories here. Here is an individual who I have to pray for a lot. This is Representative Jim Jordan from the great state of Ohio. And GOP brutally mocked for claiming that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is definitely a Republican. The official X account for the Republican-led House Judiciary Committee posted a Christmas Eve message declaring Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is definitely a Republican. The account for the committee, which is led by Representative Jim Jordan from Ohio, then proceeded to tick down a list of qualities that it deemed specific to the Republican brand, including doubted by the elites, pulled himself up by his bootstraps, faced adversity, and then carried the team when others couldn't. Social media quickly flushed the claim, with one ex-user pointing out that he was not on Epstein's island, though. Philadelphia attorney Adam Bonin said that on Blue Sky that the GOP totally pegged the story wrong. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a story about the need for inclusive hiring practices, which recognizes everyone's unique talents and refuse to see the difference as an automatic negative.
Well, there goes Rudolph. We're never going to watch him on TV again once Donald gets hold of him.
Why is he going to get rid of him?
You just got through saying he's DEI.
Do you think that Rudolph got his position because of DEI?
No, he was uniquely qualified for that position, and nobody else could fill it. So, thereby he got it. But, they're going to spin it around like, oh, it's a DEI thing. It's woke. We can't be having this stuff on TV.
Well, the Adam Bonin, he also said that the Republicans in that story were the other reindeer who laughed at Rudolph and called him names. There was also
that tracks.
There were also other comments from another ex-user who says, when did he sell out to mega corporations and foreign governments?
Hey,
and someone on Blue Sky said this: I thought the GOP was like the other reindeer because they all have brown noses.
Ooh. That sounds like something I would have said.
We have one more.
Oh, okay.
And because the news has been somewhat depressing, I usually have to go on to goodnewsnetwork.org to see what is going on in the world. So continuing our holiday theme here.
Ho, ho, freaking ho.
You really do want to get me in trouble, don't you?
I'm doing my damnedest. What can I say? And I'm doing it all without F-bombs.
Well, you have 9 more, and
I
you
know.
only have a few more minutes.
Okay.
But anyhow, Merry Christmas. Thousands gather under a 10-foot mistletoe in Washington, D.C. to set the Guinness World Record for festive smooches. Suspended 30 feet in the air, a Christmas beacon hangs in Washington, D.C., a 10-foot bundle of greenery and ribbons that locals are calling the National Mistletoe. And it served as the perfect setting to herald a Merry Christmas and break a world's record for holiday smooches. I didn't know that there was a world's record for that. Did you, Reverend Jeff?
I did not.
Well,
Although I did know that there were like similar gatherings. I know that back in the 70s, the Mooney guy, Son of the Moon, would have mass weddings where all of his disciples would get together, like 3, 4, 5,000 people, and he'd marry them all at once. So this kind of sort of sounds like that.
Well, this is one of those
Without the
non-committal
cult
things,
aspect.
you're just kissing here.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so on a Saturday in December.
No, but kissing on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that leads to marriage.
Oh, does it? Again, you are a hardcore Pentecostal.
I was. I'm not now.
So on a Saturday in December, 1,400 couples gathered around the mistletoe to kiss for 5 seconds in order to set a new Guinness record.
I'd have been casting out demons left and right if I'd been there.
Why?
The demons of lust. I mean, that's what this leads to. I mean, if you're gonna push my Pentecostal background, I might as well go whole hog on it. Yes, those people they're flirting with disaster there.
That's right.
It's Molly Hatchet all over again, man.
Well, Jaron Price, who organized the event, said last night felt bigger than a world's record attempt. It was a reminder of what happens when a city shows up for joy, love, and community above all else. And again, Washington, D.C. Recently went ahead and had the National Guard going through their city. So there's been a lot of interesting things happening in our nation's capital.
That's what they should have done. That's what they should. They should have grabbed an ICE officer and laid a big old wet one on him.
Do you think that would have helped?
Couldn't have hurt.
Well, Jaron Price said, thank you to every single couple who stepped under the national mistletoe and help us make history.
Oh, and not one of those god-awful, ugly red Christmas trees like we saw a few years ago. That's very refreshing.
Oh, you mean our First Lady,
Yeah, the one who
Melania Trump.
Yeah, remember the one who said, I don't give a fuck about Christmas? Yeah, her.
That's 2.
Yeah,
out of 10.
Stop counting. Don't be counting my fucks.
All right.
3. Okay.
That's 3. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have 7 more.
Yeah. So now here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We're poking fun at this stuff. Some of it's funny, some of it's infuriating, some of it, is just plain, it's crazy talk. We just need to remember. Oh, okay. We just need to remember to do our spiritual practice, to remember that no matter what it looks like, it is all spirit, it's all God. We may not like the way some people are expressing their divinity, but we're one with them.
Yes.
Like it or not. And I know I don't particularly care for a few of those people out there, but we were called to love one another. Didn't say we have to like them, but we have to love them. I can love the expression of divinity that each of these people are without buying into the crazy bullshit that they're trying to shove at us. I suggest that all the rest of y'all try to do the same. I mean, to the best of your ability. It's maybe not the easiest thing, but it's the right thing.
So 2026, because of the midterm elections, it's going to be interesting. As my friend Tim, who comes on this program, he says that, again, we're being fire hosed. Mm-hmm. It's going to increase in the next year. You're going to be hearing stuff that you're just going, how in that can he do that? Mm-hmm. And so understand that coming from a place of love, that we can share love and we can also speak up and speak out about this crazy stuff that's happening. Because we really want change. If we really want this thing to turn around, it's going to be up to each and every one of us to shine our light, to be able to say, listen, this is just not love.
Right.
So that's our goal for 2026 here.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Centers for Spiritual Living is real big on using the slogan about making a world that works for everyone. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about that earlier today. What does that mean? Well, it means this. If you don't want it done to you, don't be out there doing it to somebody else. You don't want somebody hating on you. Don't be hating on other people. No matter what their skin color, no matter what their religion, no matter what language they speak or what their name is, whatever. If you wouldn't want it done to you, you wouldn't want to be discriminated against on those terms. Don't be doing it to them. Because we all want our good.
Right.
Emma Curtis Hopkins said that there's good in the universe. We all ought to have it. And, because we are one and it is all God, God is our good and good is our God. Anything that we want good for ourselves, we have to want for everybody else. It just
absolutely.
It's because
even our Trump loving neighbors, who I have sometimes again that we haven't spoken since last year. What now?
It's kind of almost like a love-hate type thing, right?
Well, you know what?
You can love them.
He has my neighbor has his own. I know he has his own issues with his wife and other things. So, I can have compassion about that. Yeah. And that I know that the things that he put on his sign, his Trump sign in Sharpie marker, which said "No new wars." Who's trying to get us into new wars here with Venezuela and other places?
Yeah, that Nobel Prize, that Peace Prize that he's been wanting, he just shot that out the window. It's gone. So you might as well forget that.
Reverend Jeff, we will see you in 2 weeks. Next week, Diana is having surgery, hip surgery. So our prayers and blessings are with her. And then the following week, we will be right back here on your New Thought Media Network, causing trouble, raising Hades,
or hell, whichever. Yeah,
having more stuff for people to put down to say during my ordination panel.
You're so worried about that. I'm telling you, you're a shoo-in. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody says anything about the show, you just say it was all on Jeff. It's all on Jeff.
I'm gonna have you on speed dial.
Yeah, do that. I'll be more than happy to step up and speak up for you. Because I know that when it comes to who shoots from the lip and who is a little more straight-laced and got what's the word, decorum? Yeah. I shoot from the lip. I always have. I probably always will. But I got you back on this. It's
okay. Well, so thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Reverend Jeff. See you in 2 weeks.
All right.
And folks, we're way out of time. Again, thank you so very much for being here with us this evening. Again, keep hope alive. Know that you are the light that you're seeking, and that as you shine your light during 2026, again, do spiritual practice. Make sure that you're meditating every day. One of the experts that I read said to box breathe. Again, to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then to not breathe for 4 seconds. That box breathing, again, is a meditative practice that they teach the SEALs, the U.S. Navy SEALs, for stress reduction. So those kind of things, again, let your heart not be troubled. Have faith in God and faith in me. So have faith in yourself this year. This is going to turn out to be a good year. Really. On behalf of all of us here at the New Thought Media Network, I'm Reverend Michael. I'm going to wish you a very pleasant good night and a great week.
Thanks for joining us this evening for Friday's Fireside Chat with Pastor Michael Mangus. Join us again next week at 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain for more spiritual conversations for today. For more information and replays of past shows, please visit the New Thought Radio and Media Network's Facebook page. Until next week, may God bless you richly and abundantly.